Good afternoon and welcome to Copper Coins Coin Roll Hunt Reveal E422, a 1957D plastic tubed roll. How's everybody doing today? We got James Valley in the house. Welcome. We will let a couple people get in here. I'm going to draw the chip real quick. Chips number 14. And we will get things rolling. Now we're going up. 3, 5. All right. I'm going to work on getting this tape off. It has been on here for decades. Let's see if I can find something to cut this with. JM, Shinbone, Shiny Coin Guy, welcome. Wow, this tape is tough. Now hopefully the top comes off. Wow. There we go. Got it. Wow, was that on tight? Nope, it wasn't. It was a Megrig tube, though, but they weren't stuck in there. But the tape was on so hard that I had to scrape it off with a knife. All right, we will get it rolling. First coin goes to Shinbone. We're only going to look at the first 10 reverses or so. Lots of double die obverses. Double die reverses. Nice little die crack right there. Otis, welcome to the show. Coin number 2, Carl. Crispy, how you doing? Good to see you here. Coin number 3, Shiny Coin Guy. Weather is wonderful here right now, 80 degrees and sunny. Got a cold front moving in tonight. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 75 with no humidity. Gonna be one of those pool days again, I think. Same die pair as a couple coins ago. You can see the little die crack on the 9. The time of year, that's why people come on vacation in the springtime here. Just beautiful weather. Been trying to get my yearly yard work done before it gets blazing hot. All right, Richard, welcome. So far, no goodies. It seems to be 2 or 3 different die pairs so far. Coin number 6, Chuck Patillo. And we got our first RPM of the roll. It's got a bag hit on it. Actually, it looks like it's got one of those little skid marks from the counting machine right in here. That's a bag hit. It should be identifiable still. Let me open my sheet. Get set up on 57D. Let's see what we can find here. Got the little mark right here, plus a split serif right there. Slim possibility it's a late die state 92. That's too far south. That's too far south. That's tilted too far. See what we've got here. Looking for a permanent. Let's look on the reverse. See what any of these are there. Nope, those are different. Die Clash is sort of there. Yeah, I'm going to have to set this aside. I do think it is a die state of 92, but I'm going to have to do deeper investigation. Let me write a note. Oh, there they are. All right, back to the hunt. Alex, welcome. Copper Owl Coins, welcome. Eric SFC, welcome to the show. If I missed anybody, I think I got everybody. Next coin, Sireg. Pardon me. Little die clash right there. Coin number 8. Taco John. There is another one, the same. This one is easier to see, so I'm going to take another peek. It's got this little, this was filled with the rolling machine, and then it's got the hard. So let me see 92. I don't think it's 92 now that I look at this. Oh, it's possible still. All right. Let's see if there's something else I can see. Oh, maybe. This could be later die state 92. That die scratch is there. See if I can pick something else out on the coin. Got a die crack there. No die crack there, but that die scratch is right there. So I think that it could be it. Coin number 9. Stan. Anybody have any good finds to talk about this week? Coin number 10, the last coin we will reliably look at the reverse on. I know that I found some 46 SRPMs in a partial roll, and then I had a friend send me a couple. Die crack? Yep, die crack. It actually might be in the planchet. Let me look. Might be kind of like a lamination type thing. It's a die crack, I believe. I do plan on taking a week off from doing reveals here pretty soon. I will be getting packages together to mail out again. Oh, nice. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. This is the first die pair of the roll, die crack, and die clash. Coin number 12, Eric. Yeah, one of these days, I'm going to go through that 46p nickel roll that I have. Kind of looking forward to it. It's been sitting on my desk for over a year now. Now this, let's see if we got another. I thought I saw something right there. Let's go in on it. Not so sure about that. There's no split lower serif, but what I see is right here. So that could be an RPM. Let's see if we got anything like that listed on my little list. I think we do. Look at that. Let's see. It is. It's 1mm73. See if it's got the clashes up here. There's the big die scratch on the 9. There's the clash right there. Let me turn the light down. Right there. So yes, 1mm73. For Alex. Write this on a tag so I can make the inserts. Coin 14 and the winner of the giveaway is Dirty Water. Congratulations, Dirty Water. And he gets an RPM. Paula, welcome. And that is yet a third RPM. Let me see if this is one I can find. All right, let's see. Very close to the 9, so let me run up. Not that. Nope, not that one. Nothing that I see on the copper. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. Copper coins listings yet. Look at this one. It's too far south to be that. All right, let me give it a quick gander on my Wexler list. That list is not that big for 57. Well, there it is, WRPM 53. Let's see if there's a cross-reference for that on my cross-reference sheet. WRPM 53 does have a cross-reference. All right, let's see what it is. One MM16. All right, let's see. That's it. 1MM16. It's a winner. And you can tell by this little die chip right here. And there's the die scratch I was looking for. So, all right, 1MM16 now. So now you see what I go through. Sometimes I can spend an hour or two looking to try to identify these. Sometimes it takes a long time, especially like on the 46D, 49D, 47D, because a lot of them are really minor split serifs. And then you start doing Photoshop overlays. It can take hours. It can take hours, Alex. Most definitely. Like I say, I get a lot of coins that takes me a long time to diagnose and tell you what they are. And I have formulated a bunch of cheat sheets and pages that have a lot of photos lined up with numbers, so I can just go look through a bunch of thumbnails at a time. This is 1MM16 again. You can see it right there, little die chips. So Sissy gets a copy of 1MM16. So a pretty good roll. Wow, we've had a couple good rolls in a row. Easiest to eliminate. Yes, yeah, that's what I do. I just scroll through, and it's easy to look at 20 pictures at one time and say, hey, these are all close to the 9. These are all far away from the 9. But practice definitely makes perfect. That's like searching coins. The more you search, the more you find, because you start seeing things easier. Coin 18, shin bone. That 1MM, I think that is 1MM73. It's just got a blob. It is. Let me double check that. It's got a blob of stuff right here, and that's where you can see. Let me double check again. All right, we'll look here. Yep, there's that. Die clash. Has this got a die clash? It does. And there's the die scratches there, and the die scratches there. Double check the reverse, being that I can't see the RPM. Well, that might not be. Oh, wait there. Look there. No, that might not be it. Let's see if there's something else I can find. Yep, that is different. All right, cool. Nice die clash, though. And that's where a lot of the work comes in, Otis, is when I get a coin that is like late die state, and I got to do a lot of legwork. There's a lot of overlays, and it's got to be perfect. And even between photographs, if a different person photographs the coin, they can have more lean on the coin. There's all sorts. This is a 1mm16. And I can tell that by this little die gouge right here. And doing overlays, like I say, can be kind of tedious. I think I edited. Oh, I don't know if I posted anything new online today. But I've been adding web pages to the site. I will go back and do a, oh, all right, so it should be delivered today. All right. They didn't send you an email with your grades in it, Copper Owl? There's another 1mm16 for Shiny Coin Guy. It's hard not to open them if you want a surprise. Like PCGS, you send your coins in, and they send you an email. And it's hard not to look. Coin 21, Carl. Ah, gotcha. All right. And this is possibly 1mm92. Let me see if I can see this one on Wexler. Let me look at that. It's got a very unique little bulge right here. But yeah, me and Chuck, we did an experiment with that. And even his photos to my photos, it's very hard to do an overlay and not have a variance on like where the shadows are, and the shadows mean a lot. So another one, which I assume is a die state of 1mm92. Yes, Eric, we have found 3 different RPMs and some pretty cool die clashes. Actually, a nice toner there. Looks to be the ender. Coin 23, Taco John. Little die chip in the 5, die crack on the forehead. This is a different die than I've seen. So I am going to go ahead and look at the reverse. They have not done it yet, Alex. I think Chuck's planning on doing it any day. I know that he got busy. A couple days ago I talked to him, and I haven't talked to him since, but he got something come up, and he was out driving through Raleigh for some reason. And he said he would be getting to him. So I can only assume that it'll be happening in the next day or two. Coin 25, Richard. And this is what I believe is a 1mm92. Let me look again down the list here. No, I don't know if it's possible. The die scratches are different for sure. Position is real close. It's got the little lump on the top. I don't see anything else that has that lump exactly like that. Nope. So we're going to put that in as assumed that it's 1mm92. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Coin 26, Eric Maith. I have been spending a lot of time looking at the TY. They get double dies right here. Very interesting. We've actually had a couple rolls where we found a bunch of them in it. Coin 27, Alex. He gets the die that has the die chip in the 5. Should have a real heavy die crack. It does. It's a pretty good roll. Not bad. Not bad. Coin 28. Dirty Water. And this is a 1mm16. You know, you see the RPM, it shows right up, but you see the little die gouge here, here, and you know for sure. And it's a nice one. There it is right there. Split upper and lower serif. I think this might be Dirty Water's second RPM of the roll. We'll have, oh, second one of the same one. Second of the same one. Coin 29. Sloppy Stacks. If you guys haven't went to Live Coin Q&A and watched Paula's interview with Jack Young, you need to do it. It's really good stuff. I really like the topic. Between that and I've been binge watching the Ancient Coin podcast lately. That's also a good view if you have interest in ancient coins. It is, for sure. For sure. '55, '56, and '57, they did use a punch. There's a little dent or something in the die that was chipped on the bottom. Oh, that sounds interesting, Paula. That sounds interesting. I just paid my renewal for Kaneka. I was a member for many years. I think that when I first joined, I joined for 5. And then I kind of let it go because there was, they weren't sending out the books, and it just wasn't, wasn't a well-oiled machine at one point. And then it was about a couple years ago, Brian Allen said, it's actually kind of worth joining again. He says, I joined, and so I joined again. It was, I don't know if it was growing pains. Like everything else, I've been members of a lot of national clubs, and I think that it has the same problem that every other club gets. They get people that are proclaimed Indian chiefs that want to tell everybody what to do, and then they end up kind of chapping all the Indians' butts, and all the Indians quit working. And then there's nobody to do the work because it's a volunteer job. And a lot of people don't realize just how much work some of these volunteer jobs are. Doug Rezak, welcome. But yes, that was a good analogy, Paula. Now there's the RPM. Very minor. This is 1mm73. And it's got a pretty nice die clash. Actually, the other one had a better die clash than this. And there's the die scratch I was looking for. The other one had a die scratch like way out here, which made me think that it was the same die. But it had a big glob right on top of the mint mark. The next coin 36, Farm Dog. And there's another one. There's the die scratch. All right. That one pops right out. You don't even have to turn it. Little die clash there. A little curved die scratch also. Coin 37, Carl. It's going to be nice. My wife gets home from Alabama Sunday night. Going to be exciting to see her. She's been gone almost 2 weeks now. Yes. Oh, Malcolm, if you are out there, Malcolm, I need you to email me your current address. Your PayPal address is still your Florida address, and I know that you have moved. So if you're watching this, please send me an email with your address. Oh, man. Well, no, I didn't know that. And I'm going to have to go through and put the right labels on here. So some of these coins may have the wrong person. That means my name tags for 424 have 422s. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, I would have caught it, but I'm glad you did, so now I can explain how I'm going to fix it. I put all the flips, the names, and the inserts together, and I'm going to take the names out of the 24 or the 22, the 24, and put them in the 22 in the same order that they're in. So never fear, but the names of the coins might be different. What I will try to do is anybody that's in there, pretty much all the same people are in. It'll just be a couple that have to be changed. Oh, no, you said mint marks. I was looking at 62D. I did reply to it and sent you a screenshot that they were there. I will have to go in and look. Matter of fact, I'll look right now. Oh yeah. Well, I'll like I say, I will. Let's see. Matter of fact, let me see. I'm pretty sure that there's only a couple that I'll have to replace. This is the second time that I have actually done this. There's a 1mm. What I believe is 192. See, now let's see. Let me look in here and see. I don't think Chuck Patillo actually had spots in this roll. So let me go on here and see. But good eye, and thank you for letting me know so I can explain what I got to do. Let's see. Yeah, Ant should be in this role. Chuck Patillo should not be in this role. Pretty much everybody else is the same so far. So it shouldn't be too much of a... See, Eric SFC is supposed to be in this role and is not in this role because the name tags are wrong. That's right, Chuck. Sorry about that. Eric, your spots will be going to Eric SFC because that seems to be the difference from what I'm looking at right now. It looks like DC has one extra coin in this roll. Stan, Sloppy, Shinbone, Richard, Paul, Mark, Farm Dog. Farm Dog didn't have any spots in this roll. So one of his will go to DC. Shinbone, Sean, Mark, Eric Maith, Carl. All right, everybody else is pretty close to being the same. IT is in this role, and IT is not, so she'll get Farm Dog's other coin. So those look to be the 4 spots that are different. And they will be Chuck Patillo's or Farm Dog's coins in this roll that I'm doing right. So if you watch it and see Chuck Patillo and Farm Dog, those coins belong to either Eric SFC, IT, or IT, and one for DC. Those are the difference. But yes, great observation, and it would have been a nightmare if I wouldn't have caught it for a week. Actually, I would have caught it as soon as I did the other roll, most likely. I hope. But I truly apologize. I'm kind of embarrassed about it. Coin 41 for Stan. Actually, I think Chuck and Farm Dog both got RPM, so whoever I replaced their name with we'll probably get RPMs. Coin 43, Doug. And there is the 1mm16. Yeah, the only thing worse than putting the wrong name tags in is typing your name tags out and using the wrong names on them. I've had the misfortune of that happening one time. Yeah, let me see. Let me look at that right now, Doug. $1962. Philadelphia. The DOs are all there. Was it double die reverses or double die obverses? Oh, 2 and 3 are not there. The reason they're not there, and we will end up putting them there, is because originally we were going to use the Coneca numbers when this page was created. And nobody had copies of DDO number 1, 2, 3, or 4. We do have 1 and 4 up, but those have been new listings that have just been put in there. So that is the explanation on that. RPM, there is no RPM for 62p. Is there something listed under RPM? No, there is no RPMs for Philadelphia coins. But yeah, the missing listings are just because nobody ever listed a coin there and nobody ever paid attention that we didn't. So we just started adding at the end. So as we add 62p, we will use spot 2 and spot 3. Coin 45, Dirty Water. What I believe is a 1mm. You know what? Let me look at something here. I just had an epiphany. No, it's not the same. I saw one earlier that looked like it might have had a little grease in the die in the picture. And I think this is Dirty Water's third one of these. Coin 46, Sloppy Stacks. Got a big hit. Next coin, Paul. He gets a 1mm16. Yeah, not a bad. I'm just going to read the numbers because some of the names might be incorrect when I do a recap. Like I said, somebody who, like Chuck and Farm Dog, you weren't in the roll. And I know that you got coins here. But the people that didn't get the coins will get your coins. Because like I said, there's 4 people that are different from what I see on the list. Coin 49. Sissy. 1mm16. Again for Sissy. And the final coin of the roll. This is the coin that had the big hit on it before. You can tell by the same die clash in that mark between the 1 and the 9. All right, let's go through and see what numbers. 1mm16. This coin's 14, 16, 19, 20, 28, 43, 47, and 49. 1mm73 is 13, 15, and 36. And coin 1mm92, or what I believe is 92, is coin 6, 8, 21, 25, 39, and 45. Tomorrow, I might do, I got to figure out, I got to talk to Chuck still. I might take next week off. If I don't take next week off, I'm going to take the following week off to spend some time with my wife and try to get our summertime yard work done so we don't have to kill ourselves when it's 100 degrees outside. So I'm not sure if it's going to be this week coming up or the following week. So if I do decide next week, I probably will do the 60D rolls tomorrow. So keep your eye open for the scheduling. And I'll see all you guys soon. We'll talk to you later. Farm Dog, you did. Hit that like button on the way out. You only got 8 likes. Anyways, you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.